Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
Almost the entire world remains on lockdown due to the coronavirus, but how is this affecting our health? Well, a local official is explaining the importance of maintaining your immune system during this time. And as the global pandemic continues, our local airport's seeing a decline in travel. We'll tell you what to expect as a new flight schedule comes to Meadowsfield in the coming weeks. And it's time to celebrate essential workers as they step up to take on the front lines of the pandemic. How you can take part in this Appreciation Week. Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. I'm Danielle Kernkamp. Let's start out by bringing in Mike Hart, who joins us live from home. Good morning, Mike. We miss you over here.
Well, I miss you guys too. It's just myself and the horses out here this morning, and all's quiet. They were talking a lot the last 2 mornings, a lot. And I'm sure that they were sort of like discussing the rain, Alyssa Flores, because it's all quiet. It's kind of nice out there.
Yeah, so yesterday we actually hit a record with our rain total, almost an inch of rain here in Bakersfield, a record for us yesterday. So far this month, just with this storm, we've gotten about 1.5 inches of rain in Bakersfield. And as we take a look at those 24-hour rain totals throughout the county, you can see it was a good day for much of the county as well. Taft looking at almost 3/4 of an inch of rain, over 1/2 inch out in China Lake. We're looking at Arbin at almost 3/4 of an inch as well. So this has been a great storm system for rain totals for us here throughout the county. As we take a look at our radar at this hour, you can see that the heavy rains have started to move towards the desert this morning, so they've been seeing a lot of activity this morning. We'll continue seeing rain showers all throughout the day here in Bakersfield, though, for today and for tomorrow as well. We really won't see that rain starting to taper off until about the early evening hours tomorrow, before we completely dry out on Friday, and we're looking at some sunny 70s ahead for our Easter weekend. Of course, we're still under this winter storm warning for our mountain communities until 11 p.m. In the meantime, we're going to get a check at your roads this morning with CHP Officer Vaughn Kane. Take a look at how all of this road is impacting our roadways out there.
Good morning, everyone. It looks like we are just about ready to clear that earlier reported big rig that's stalled on the on-ramp to Highway 166. We have the tow truck hooking that thing up in another few minutes. It should be completely wrapped up for you. So if you are going to be using the Highway 166 on-ramp to northbound Highway 99 here in a few more minutes, it shouldn't be a big problem for you. We do have a crash that we'd reported to you just a bit ago up in the Tehachapi area. This is a solo vehicle off the roadway eastbound Highway 58, and they're putting that right in the area of the Tehachapi Boulevard on-ramp or off-ramp. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't look like it's affecting traffic very much, but there is some activity on the shoulder of the road there. Back here around Bakersfield, no problems or delays. Everything's looking really good. Just keep in mind, we have wet, slick conditions out there as you head out and about this morning. Danielle, I'll give it back to you.
Thanks, Vaughn. Well, during this time, many of us are doing our best to stay healthy. But is it possible to actually build your immune system any more than it already is? 23 ABC's Daniela Garrido gives us a look at what an infectious disease doctor had to say.
Lately, most of us have had a moment like this, followed by a look inside the medicine cabinet for something that will boost our immune system. But an infectious disease doctor says it's not about boosting, it's about maintaining.
The immune system is all of your blood cells that are in charge of fighting infections for you. So I see it as the soldiers around your body that are in charge of eliminating infections or foreign bodies.
During the coronavirus outbreak, many people are looking for ways to boost their immune system in order to protect themselves from the virus.
I think there is a lot of things that are said to boost the immune system, but there's no real strong medical evidence to support that.
Grocery shelves with products claiming to boost your immune system have emptied out. But according to an infectious disease doctor, what is actually proven to work is something you don't need to buy at a store.
The bottom line is, I would say that what it is proven to work the best is a healthy diet, exercise, and trying to release the stress.
And stress is a leading factor known to lower your immune system.
find a way to not be consumed by this topic. And I know it's hard to do when you want to stay informed.
These guidelines to maintaining a healthy immune system especially go for anyone with an underlying health condition during this time.
People with low immunities due to medical conditions are at higher risk of complications from the virus, and usually these people are persons with diagnosis of cancer that are currently receiving chemotherapy, or people who have any autoimmune conditions in which they have to take medications to lower the immune system. So they are at increased risk of getting pneumonias, which is an inflammation of the lungs. And then it has been seen that this type of patients get into the hospital more frequently and probably need respiratory support by a ventilator more often.
Overall, products like these are great for peace of mind, but actually doing something to get your mind off the virus topic can lower your stress levels and therefore strengthen your immune system. In Bakersfield, I'm Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Today, City Council will discuss affordable housing projects during a special meeting. Back in November, the Economic and Community Development staff presented a workshop on the city's affordable housing projects. Today's workshop is an update on the city's progress toward the development of more affordable housing units. It's also an overview of efforts centered around the development and funding options. The special meeting is set to start at 4:15 today. And City Council will also discuss extending the services for the Biohazard cleanup. In September of last year, City Council unanimously voted to pursue private cleaning services in downtown Bakersfield, which were heavily impacted by homelessness. It was in response to complaints of human waste in the area. Today, the council will also decide whether to extend the services for another 3 months. That meeting scheduled for 5:15. And local businesses will also be the topic of conversation at this afternoon's meeting. The Bakersfield City Council is expected to vote on an economic relief plan for local businesses that are affected by the pandemic. The city's implemented a number of measures to avoid the spread of the virus, which is in turn affecting many small businesses and employees. For a list of those proposals, visit our website, turn23.com. United Airlines and American Airlines are reducing their planned flight schedules to Meadowsfield Airport for April and May. The U.S. air transportation system's experiencing a decline in passenger travel as nations across the globe, states, and cities all limit business and recreational activity to deter the spread of COVID-19. Flight activity has not changed immediately, but is planned to transition over the next 1 to 2 weeks. This has not been communicated to the airport's department as a permanent change in service, but as a response to the pandemic. Meadowsfield officials say they've been determined to be an essential service provided by Kern County.
And continuing appreciation for those essential workers as well as first responders, the Kern River Valley has dubbed next week Essential Worker Appreciation Week, and they really need your help to get this done. It's simple. Bring in a thank you card, a flyer, a poster, or whatever you can come up with and hang it on a wall or a window to let employees know that, well, you appreciate them. Now, each day there'll be a different worker recognized. On Monday is grocery and convenience store workers. On Tuesday, the food industry. Wednesday, customer service. Thursday will be law enforcement. And Friday, medical and pharmacy workers. So they say grab your markers, your pens, maybe your crayons, and celebrate essential workers. Meantime, City Serve is making sure the COVID-19 pandemic does not stop locals from honoring Passover. The organization's partnering up with local churches and faith-based organizations to bring Bakersfield the first ever citywide Passover prayer event. It's tonight at 7 o'clock at City Center on F Street. Organizers say this is a drive-in style event that will unite us all, they say, as we pray for the sick, healthcare workers, leaders, community members, and churches. Everyone is required to stay in their vehicles and tune in to 87.9 FM for audio. And what did you see outside yesterday? Maybe Monday. Another good soaking across the area Tuesday afternoon. The rain coming down in buckets in most parts of the county. Some dry creek beds turned into full creek beds. That's right. Let's bring in 23 ABC's Alyssa Flores.